It is Eric with Rockin' HTV, session number 37. Tonight we are going to take apart an IH 4300 by Top Shelf Replicas, and this is going to be a good one because I don't think I've ever done anything with an IH 4300, and so this will be a great way for some of you to learn and do something cool with them. Then I'll have a big question for you at the end of the show, so we'll see what comes of that. So we have a few people joining us this evening. We're about 4 minutes out from starting. We have Nathan, Matt, and oh, there's Dylan. There he is. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. Gosh, everyone's coming in. That's wonderful. So here is one of them. There he is. Hi, Nathan. Good to see you in here this evening. Here is one of the trucks we're going to be taking apart. I bought 5 of these, and I bought them... well, I didn't steal them, but I bought them right. Anyways, so this one's all wonky and goofy, so I'm going to take it apart and repaint it. But I have a question at the end of the show. You guys got to tell me what I'm going to do with the IH 4300, because, yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, Keith is in. Good evening, Keith. We're 3 minutes away, and hopefully everyone is... remembering the significance of this day and keeping all those who lost loved ones in their thoughts and prayers, and then all the crap that's going on in our country right now with, I mean, it's completely out of our control. We can't do a thing about it, you know, but a lot of suffering going on, so hopefully you're supporting people wherever you can, how you can. Whether it be up in Montana and Idaho with the fires, and then way down south with, and the southeast with the hurricanes and flooding and all that. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So, wish everyone well in those places, along with all the folks that suffered, gosh, 16 years ago now. Crazy, isn't it? So, Matt says, I made a rollback flatbed out of one of his 4300s. And that's cool. Yeah, I gotta like that. A little rollback action. And we have Carson in the house. Carson's joining us. Good to see you there. And gosh, anybody else messed with an IH 4300? That's the big question. Matt said he built a rollback out of one. What about the rest of you? Have you done anything with one of these? I personally think they're underrated, and they are a freaking steal right now, depending on where you're shopping, compared to some of the other trucks you could buy. And if you want to go for a retro look, I mean, these are a bargain for what they are. You got steerable front axles. The hood doesn't open very far, but who cares about that? It's not a big deal for me. You have a working fifth wheel plate. Just a nice little truck, and then they marry right up to DCP trailers, which is even better. Yeah, Carson has been busy on that. With the 3D. So Dylan says, never got one yet. Need to. Seems like a good deal. Yeah, I mean, gosh, I think, what was it? Outback Farm Toy Store for a while there had them for like 25 bucks or something. They were weird colors, but at $25, you take them apart, repaint them, and get what you want. Ta-da! So, yeah, I think they're underrated. I think they're cool. I don't do a whole lot with them just because they don't really have a place in my resume, but they're still cool, so I'll leave it at that. We have Sean in the house. Good to see you, Sean. Thank you for joining us this evening. Getting a cord out of my way here so I don't bump it too much. And then the clock is saying we're a minute out, so if anyone else has done anything with an IH 4300, I'd love to know what you got. Sean says, ping me when I get a chance, I'll do it. And Keith is waiting on his to come in. Very well. What do you got planned for your 4300, Keith? Love to know what you're going to do with it. Okay, Dylan says Outback is 150 miles from him. And Vaughn has not done anything yet. And, well, Vaughn has got a huge selection of nice Peterbilts in his harvesting scene and his whole layout on his model farm, which is really cool. So, we are at 8:30, so we are going to get this show kicked off. Hey everyone, this is Eric with Rockin' HTV, session 37. Tonight we're going to tear apart a Top Shelf Replicas IH 4300, an underrated truck in my opinion, and they are pretty cool. So we're going to take this one apart, and stay till the end because I have a special request. I need you guys to decide what I'm going to do with this, and my idea I think is going to work, but I'll let you guys tell me, and then we'll go. All right, so here we are. And Case Rundle says he turned a couple of his 4300s into grain trucks, and they make a great retro truck. And Keith also said he has made silage trucks, which is awesome. Again, for the price, for the money these things cost, it's dumb not to buy them and use them if you have a place for them in your layout. Now, don't buy them just because I said so, but if you got a place to use one and you look for a retro look, man, these are easy. So, okay, we're just going to kick off here and take off some exhaust right away. I have not done one of these in ages, so if I'm a bit rusty on this, just go with it. Oh, looks like I took a mirror off. Oh, look at that, came off by accident. And I even kept the pins. Hallelujah. That doesn't happen very often. And it looks like inside my, yeah, it's been a long time now. Okay, so the exhaust runs clear up inside this, under the hood into the engine compartment. So with that now known, I can't take that fully off. So I think we'll just go and move on up to the front. So we're going to take this bumper off, and unlike DCP's, it has pins. This one has a little flat spot with some cutouts that go around pins, but if you noticed how easy that came off, it just pops right off with an X-Acto knife. It was sitting in here like this, and I got underneath it and popped it off. And yes, I'm using my clamshell for parts because my other ones are busy. They are all full. So I'm not going to take this clear down to the frame, I don't think. Not tonight anyway. I have no reason to paint the frame or do anything with that, so I think I'm just going to leave the frame alone, but everything else we'll go ahead and skin. Okay, unlike DCP that has a flat space that you can get under with a flat side cutter, this just has a pin sticking out. You can grab that. Don't grab it too hard that you strip it out or cut it out by accident, but you can just pull that pin, just wiggle that out. See, that is all that holds that hood in on a Top Shelf Replicas. It is just a solid pin that's been glued in place or compressed in place, one of the two. Okay, and on both sides it's got just enough that you can kind of grab it. You could probably grab it with a plier. Let's see how that goes quick. Yak. Okay, so it doesn't want to. Okay, so I think what we might try to do here is, okay. If you saw what I just did there, okay, all I did was I eased that side of the hood out around the frame and then slid the other hood arm off of the pin, and that's all I did. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to leave that pin in there so when I go back to put this together, I slide that back on like so, and then I only have to install one side. Okay? So here we go, just like that. Okay. Now, I got to remember, you know, as I sit here and work on this, I'm beginning to think that I never did take one of these fully apart. So, if this is like the other Top Shelf Replicas trucks, the Ford L9000s, I'm going to say there's going to be a screw underneath this transmission right here. So let's just play with this and see what we get. Matter of fact, you know what else I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to go ahead and grab my screwdriver here. I'm going to take the rear end off with these two screws, which is really, really handy. Matter of fact, I think I'm high. I don't think that comes off that way either. This is why you practice taking one apart before you actually go live, so you don't make silly mistakes. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. So there, I'm going to stick that over there, and then I got to go find my other screw so I don't lose it. There's your drive line. Keep that. Okay, well, it's around. I know it's around, so we'll not get too worried about it. Okay. So now, I'm going to guess this dude is right there. There's going to be a screw underneath that. The question is, how do we get underneath it without mucking a bunch of stuff up? Well, the best way to learn is just to dive in. So let's just do this. Okay. I am totally guessing here, but I'm going to say I need to get rid of my glasses so I can see. Okay. Here I see it. Okay. Oh, excuse me, didn't mean to bump you there. Okay, so right here, you can see here and here is where this front end is all pinned in to the frame. So right here is the main frame. You can see that arm right there, and then another one right here. That is what is actually holding all that into the frame of this cab. Oh, yep, look at that. Okay, so the front end I felt loose, and that feels good. Oh, this is feeling good. I like this. Okay, there we go. So you can see we salvaged all those pins. Look at that, all the way around. That makes Daddy a happy dude. Woohoo! I'm going to set that gently there so nothing falls apart. Okay. Now we're going to try and get underneath. I am almost for sure and for certain that we have got a great big screw right underneath this engine. Let's just see if we can pry this bad boy out of there. Or break stuff. Either way, we're going to learn something, and that's going to be good. See, this is what's so valuable about these videos is if I break something, who cares? I'll save you guys from doing it down the road. Only if you watch them, though. Okay. I'm just prying here looking for a way into this bad boy. Yeah, surely we'll figure this out. This is not a... Yeah, if only DCP suspensions came apart that simple. Oops. Well, I hear plastic cracking. I like that. I'm trying not to bust all my engine parts up. I'd kind of like to save all that. Okay, well that's a mistake. That's not working. Let's put a sharp poker down in there and see what we get. Whoop! Well, something's breaking. That's cool. Well, I think I'm going to pull this mirror off before I break it off. I'm going to come in over here. I don't know. This is just kind of unusual. I'm not sure. There's got to be a screw in there. If I could just get my flathead underneath this piece right here. There it is. All right. There we go. Okay. Now, it looks like this, the bottom of your oil pan on your engine and your transmission are all one piece, but as you can see, it didn't come out clean. So you'll have to reconcile that as best you can. I know some folks get really, really picky about broken parts and weird lines and stuff, but you know, again, and you can criticize me for this, and that's okay. I'm a big boy. I never ever turn my trucks upside down. I mean, I can't think of when I might turn one upside down to look at the bottom of it. So if there's a broken part underneath, I usually don't lose a lot of, well, I don't lose any sleep over it. Okay, so you do have a screw, just like I imagined, underneath the transmission to hold the cab in place. Okay, now, and then I'm sure there's some glue from China just to, there we go. And it wasn't bad. I just took my screwdriver here, just kind of gave it a little pry, and up it comes. And then we're going to leave all those engine parts on. Nice, nice, cool. Okay, I'm going to leave this frame alone. I'm going to set it off to the side because I don't want to do more with the frame. I'm going to take this part that I managed to salvage and stick it in my parts bin. That's a piece of scrap. Okay, moving forward now. At the beginning of this video, I got a little ahead of myself and started taking off exhaust. You can see that here. It's loose on the side of the cab. And it wraps clear around over here. And it's just glued in place. Okay, so it comes off easy enough. Nice, nice. Gotta love that. Okay, and there we go again. Nice. Okay, easy enough. Okay, I'm gonna repaint this dude, and well, I can't tell you what I'm gonna do yet because you get to vote on it. Oh, look at that, those just come off. That's nice. Okay, well, let's do that again. Okay, so there is your air lines, and those are just pinned, and we saved the pins on them too. Those are just pinned into the back of the cab. That's kind of handy. That's nice. Cool. And then we have these mud flaps that I'm kind of curious. I'm going to take out the interior first and see where those mud flaps go, because that looks kind of interesting. Oh, come on now. Don't misbehave. Now let's see if we can just pull it out with a... Nope, not gonna let go that easy. And I'm just kind of tugging on this, trying to break this thing loose. So now we're gonna... I imagine there's some glue behind this cab, or between the interior and the... Oh boy, don't go that far, Eric. Okay. Well, it feels like I'm cutting stuff. That's good. Okay, kind of digging that. Let's see if we can, okay, well, that's good. There we go. All right, perfect. Well, this has all separate interior, kind of like a DCP does. That's kind of nifty. I wonder if that was supposed to come out in one piece or not. I don't know. Well, anyway, it's apart now. Okay, let's see if we can monkey this dude out of there. Oh, look at that. There came a... Okay, the visor came off, and it looks like it's just glued on there. Nothing big there. Easy enough. Cool. and I'm just running my knife behind there trying to loosen up any glue. This is a cab that it may be worth your while to store in the freezer for a couple of days. Get that dude nice and cold so the silly glue is brittle. Well, you rat. Come on, let go. Yeah, it does look like it was all one piece. Okay. There we go. Let's see if we can pull on that at all. You can see I'm kind of scorching that plastic a little bit. But I don't know how else to get it off. Or get it out. So, yeah. There we go. See, I thought that all came out in one piece. Look at that. Well, that is kind of nice. I admit, I kind of dig it when it's all one piece. I don't dig it when it's that freaking hard to do, though. That kind of stinks. Anyway, well, so, did that in an effort to be able to push these mud flaps out and save the pins for reassembly. So now, oh, look at that. They come out in a hurry. Yeah, that one came out in a hurry. This one doesn't want to come out at all. Come on, get out of there, you rat. There we go. That one's out. Okay, I just wiggled right, got underneath it, wiggled it right out. That's some sort of air cleaner. Okay. Now I'm going to do, all I did was push this window out with the blunt end of my side cutters. I'm going to do the same thing here. Oh, wow, that was fun. Okay, another lesson learned here. How do you love them apples? Okay, so the top shelf trucks come with side glass, and as you noticed, it kind of spewed out there when I gave it a little pushing. So I guess the lesson on the back glass is to maybe push these sides in first, and then get them out, and then push the back glass out so you don't chance breaking anything. I don't know that you would, but just because I didn't doesn't mean you won't, or vice versa. Okay, now the windshield. How do we want to do the windshield? Let's take a look at this bad boy. Okay, I'm just going to give this a little push with my fingers are too big. So now we're going to use this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to try and push on it as much as I can without making a mess of the windshield. Because, man, I hate it when I screw up a windshield, and that's all I need to buy. All I need to get for something is just one silly windshield. Okay, that's not working, so now we go to plan B with our handy dandy rag. Okay, let me start over. These are my curved pliers, right, sharp edge. Whoops, sorry about that. So now we're going to do this. Maybe even do it again. Yeah, that should get us enough. We may be able to push that out without monkeying it up. Or not. Okay, that was too much. Okay, I'm going to try and do this like so. And the goal here is because I'm using this, and I'm sure there's other tools you could use, guys. Just because I'm doing it this way doesn't mean you have to. This is just a way to do it. Come on, get out of there. Man, Whoops. This should not be that difficult. This is dumb. All right. There we go. Oh, crap. There, I did it. See, look at that. Got that white spot on there. All right, let's try. Okay. All right, guys. Another lesson learned here for you. They don't go out the front way like they do on a DCP. You push them out the back. Okay? There's the lesson on these. Don't come out the front. They slip in the back. So just, ta-da. Good grief. All right, last but not least, here we go. See if we can salvage us some air horns. Okay. Okay, I pulled up the back just a little bit, so now what I'm going to do, I got my knife in there, I'm just kind of torquing just a little bit with my finger over it, and I put my finger over it so I don't get anything out of sorts, and look at there, kept the pins, yay, kept the pins, and this is a bad boy that is now stripped. Ta-da. Okay. Now, it'd be nice to do this one. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Whoa, got a little ahead of myself. We're not done yet. We need to take apart the hood. Okay, so the hood, I think is going to be pretty straightforward. Let's just see if we can push those headlights out without really having to work at it. Ooh, dude. Okay, well, we got the headlight out. See that little piece of plastic there? But then we also have this plastic here, okay? That's got to come out too. So let's see if we can push that out. I'm going to start down here in a corner. Yeah, you can see that. That's good. Maybe. Ooh. Okay, now we're going to... That didn't work. I tried a sharp tool, didn't work. Let's try a flat screwdriver and see what happens. There we go. There's the tool of choice. On the headlights, you'll want to use a screwdriver, a flat screwdriver on the back side and push it out. And remember, these do have two pieces. Don't lose the clear insert. Okay? You can see the clear insert here. Ta-da. That is all. These are two pieces. Now, if you're not stripping this down to repaint it, who cares? Just, you don't have to do any of this. But I'm going to repaint this and then also issue you a request for your help at the end of this little show. So there we kept the headlight, the plastic insert, and the chrome piece together. That is smart. Okay. And then we have turn signals, and we have the grill insert, and then looks like a piece of plastic up here. You can actually replace that with a piece of thin wire if you wanted to, and make it a wire grab if you wanted. That'd be kind of neat. Let's see what we get here. I'm just going to take my sharp tool and push that just a little bit, and I did. It's starting to work out. So now what we're going to do is just use the knife to go ahead and remove the rest. Okay? And just wiggling gently in between the grill and the plastic. Usually, I mean, I don't like to pry so much like this on these parts. On most of my models, if you've watched them very much on me doing a teardown, I really like to get in there and just use a little torque, just twisting the blade of a knife or something versus prying like this. It just seems like just torquing it a little bit. You know, you get that whole blade moving kind of up and down the plastic versus if you're torquing back here, you're just prying. I mean, all the pressure's on the bottom, whereas if you kind of come in here and you just twist that blade a little bit, you kind of, it seems like more of the blade is doing work versus just back here. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it works for me, and that's what I do. Okay. All right, back to teardown. You do have a tiny little hole where that, right here, you have a tiny little hole where that turn signal's coming in. You can get your sharp object in there, an awl or something like that, whatever you're using, and you should be able to push that right out. And there we go. Look at that. Yeah, how do you like that? I can see me losing those in a jiffy. Okay, got the driver's side to do here. Come on. The other one played nice. There it goes. It's out. Again, look at that bad boy. That is a tiny little sucker. Woo! And I didn't make it in there. Get in there. And then finally, oh, we've got this little thing right here. Yeah, I could see this busting. Yeah, and it did. Yeah, look at that. There's the plastic right there. How nice. Okay. So there you guys go. This is a strip down of an IH 4300. Couple of things to note that are not like DCP. Number one, these trucks have these little tiny pins right in here that you can grab and pull straight out. Okay? And I showed you a little trick to get one side off. Like, we pulled one side out and then we left the other side because you can move that. You can kind of twist this hood. Oh, right there. So you can see that pin that I left in there. We pulled the right side out, and then I just moved it past the frame a little bit and then slid it off. Okay. Unlike DCP, I think that's actually a little bit better. Frankly, I like that. That's kind of dandy. Okay, number two, the windshield. Push the windshield out the back. Do not come out the front. DCPs notoriously come out the front. You install them, you know, front into the cab, but on these install from the inside, so you're going to push this windshield straight to the back, and it'll come right out. The interior is all one piece, and you may need to work your knife around it a few times in order to break up that glue. You can see right here on the corners of the cab, on the back of the cab, up here on the front corner, and then on the back corner. There's a lot of glue right there. You're going to have to work your way up into that cab in between there with your knife and just kind of work that out and bust up that glue. Freezing this cab would be a very good idea because freezing makes the glue brittle. So definitely recommend that. Also, the back glass over here is a pretty big piece, okay? And these side windows on this cab right here, the side windows, okay, so it's going to set in there like this, okay? So it would be a good idea to go ahead, if you could, to kind of push on the inside a little bit and get it started to where you can kind of wiggle that out and then take the back glass out. I pushed the back glass out first, and this part and this all came out in two pieces. I don't know that that's the best way, but it worked. But I'm suggesting you go ahead and put that in first. Okay, we've got a small group here left, and what I'm going to do is, you guys got to tell me what I'm going to do with this. Okay, I've got this weird thing here that needs stripped because it's got a bunch of glue from parts being attempted to be glued back on it. And then I've got this one that I just don't like the color. I'm going to do something with both of these. But here's an idea, and you guys tell me what you think of it. We could ask the question, will it four-door? And I think we could make us an IH 4300 four-door service truck or a flatbed or something. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me what you think about that. I will be looking in the comments. I'm really kind of intrigued with the idea of making a four-door out of it because look at this, guys. This would be simple to do. Check this out. Unlike a Peterbilt or a Kenworth or other brands of Peterbilts and some of the other trucks I've done, all those cabs, they taper off to the front, okay? So, like on a Kenworth is terrible. So what you have to do on gosh, a Freightliner, a Kenworth, a Peterbilt, doesn't matter. So what you have to do on those cabs is you got to cut along the inside of this and here, and then you got to spread those doors out to where they match up to the back of the front cab. Back of the front cab. Wow, that's a mouthful. Whereas on this, look at this. These are freaking square as heck. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than this, guys. Look at that. Cats are having a fight. That's nice. Anyway, so all we have to do is cut a hole in the back of this cab, cut this out here, and maybe we'd probably have to grind just a little bit someplace in here and then knock this off. We'd get rid of that. But that would be kind of cool. And Matt's giving me a hard time. He's like, blah, you sound pretty excited about it. So I'll tell you what. My original notion was I was just going to paint this some eccentric color I have in with one of my leftover paints, and then put a manure bed on this one, and then put a manure bed or something on this one. I don't know. But anyway, you guys vote. I'll come up with the ideas. Whoever has the best ideas, or whichever one I see the most over in the comments, that's the one I'll do. Okay, so that is the IH 4300 teardown. Okay, guys, we are bumping up. We are 2 minutes over, and we're just going to wrap this show up. Nathan Durbin says, 4-door heavy rollback or wrecker. Well, I'll tell you what, Nathan, I'll do the 4-door, and I'll sell it to you for a song, and then you can do with it. You can put the rollback on it if you'd like. I can't say I'm much into wreckers. I don't know anything about them, and I don't know much about them. There you go. So there we go. We could do a 4-door single axle Western hauler bed and a 40-foot gooseneck with alfalfa lid. Well, there you go, Braden. That's kind of cool. That's something I would see out here. That's kind of sexy. I like that. Anyway, all right. So in the comments, tell me what you think about this idea of doing a 4-door or doing something else. I actually have 3 other 4300s to play with, so we can do other things too. I'm not going to repaint those because, but I am going to repaint this one, obviously. So here we go. All right, guys. Thank you guys for staying with me, for showing up. It's good to have you here. And like I always say, if you know somebody that's looking for help on how to do stuff, make sure you get these videos to them. They're on YouTube, rockinhtv.com. They're here right in Facebook. You can share them all you want. That's great. Or now that some of you have done so well learning and have done your own thing, shoot your own videos. That's great too. So you can do that as well, and that'd be awesome. So you're sure not going to hurt my feelings by doing something I've done. I can guarantee you that. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Tomorrow, next week, I'm actually going to be in Georgia next week. I don't think we're going to have class because I'm going to be in Georgia. So I have a work conference in Atlanta, and well, and really, there's an open bar on Monday night. I mean, what do I do? I mean, anyways, with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Do not look for class next week at 8:30 because, like I said, I'll be out of town. And with that, I'll let you go. Thank you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and get live notifications at the end of this. There's a button for you to push, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.